Here we see the marriage of plastic resin, sharp carving tools, and circular motion all at work together to make a simple product that we simply couldn't live without. The world's first industrial robot was made to weld metal. And ever since then, you can find mechanized welding machines literally anywhere you find products in need of some togetherness provided by scorchingly high heat. Let's not forget the role industrial food production plays in our lives. Without it, food would be much less available to the people who need it, and they would pay much more for it as well. In the manufacturing industry, a world-class facility runs at 80% utilization or more. That means that an efficient operation has their machines running at least 80% of the time during a specific work shift. Anytime you're working with chemicals, take a page out of these guys' playbook and wear proper safety equipment. If you've ever wondered how tires find their way onto their rims, it's due to the efforts of this machine and a very patient and dedicated worker like this. What you're witnessing here is induction heating, where coils are used to heat electrically conductive materials using an electromagnetic field within the coil, and can reach temperatures of up to 3,000 degrees Celsius or over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. For every single seemingly mundane plastic product, there's a machine like this and a person running it that makes the magic happen. We all love handcrafted wooden products, but we don't always like paying the hefty price tag associated with them. That's where machines like this come in to provide the world with beautifully handcrafted wood products at a fraction of the price. Instant ramen was invented in Japan in 1958, and since then, instant ramen accounts for over 100 billion servings every single year, but it has to come from somewhere. Last year in the U.S., trucks like this accounted for almost 11.5 billion tons of goods transported, representing about 73% of total domestic tonnage shipped. That's a lot of stuff. Isn't much a water jet cutter can't slice through. Metal, titanium, glass, hardened steel, ceramics, plastic, stone, and rubber don't stand a chance against these modern marvels. A coordinated dance of mechanical precision, resulting in the manufacture of ordinary products for use in other ordinary products. But without machines like this, our standard of living would be much, much lower. If you're wondering why alloy rims for your car cost so much, here's your answer. Although aluminum alloy wheels will have a lower ownership cost over time, as they're far more resistant to rust and corrosion than ordinary wheels. Working with molten hot metal is a race against time for both the worker and the machine to be able to form the pieces into their correct shape before the metal cools and becomes brittle. Frozen pizza never reached industrial production levels until the invention of a flash freezing technique that prevented the dough from being soggy when cooked. And now Norway leads the world in consumption of frozen pizzas. But in Norway, everything's frozen. Wood pulp like this is made from breaking down the fibrous parts of plants, primarily trees or recycled paper. Wood pulp is highly renewable, biodegradable, and compostable, and it is the most common source of fiber for paper making. If you've got the need to insulate your attic, seal the gaps, and keep the heat where it should be, you could do a lot worse than this spray foam insulation. Although its downside is that it works too well. If not accounted for, it can sometimes make a space too airtight. One advantage of using a laser to carve designs into wood is that you can achieve a level of replicable precision that a human being simply can't compete with. In order to stay on the tracks, train wheels will be manufactured with a larger circumference for the inner part of the wheel versus the outer part. This results in a slightly conical shape, but well worth it to keep these behemoths headed in the right direction. Removing excess water from freshly paved roads requires one of these very specialized machines to essentially sweep it away. If you want custom fitted joints, you need a custom joint carving machine. Simple as that. what purpose do these metal pieces serve? I don't know. Could our modern world function without this machine churning them out? Probably not. This is a piston, and you can forget about any internal combustion engine working without one. You have John Ramsbottom to thank for them as he invented them back in the mid-19th century. If you're wondering what happens to all the metal shavings that are discarded during the manufacturing process, well, wonder no more. They're all collected and recycled to re-enter the manufacturing process and be reborn as other products. That wraps it up for today, folks. I hope you learned something and have a newfound respect for all the machines around us that make modern living possible. Now hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again real soon for another can't miss presentation. See you next time.